I have long wondered whether the single combats conducted, for example, by King David versus Goliath and King Wenceslaus versus King Radislas was actually allowed by the Church, considering its ruling on duels. Though the combat waged by these saints is not the usual definition of dueling, I am still not sure as to its validity under this law. Could you please explain this for me?
Certainly.
And also, what's the Church's rule on dueling?
Well, you're excommunicated if you duel.
Oh, okay.
Which is why, for instance, in the student organizations in Germany and Austria, the non-Catholic ones have dueling. You know, you want to get the scars, the Schmitz. But Catholic student fraternities don't have dueling, and they're very clear about that because it's excommunicable.
No exceptions.
No exceptions. And the reason for this is that basically, when you fight a duel, you are endangering someone else's life, to say nothing of your own, over a matter of personal pride. In other words, your pride is allowed to take precedence over thou shalt not kill. If you look at it in that light, it's a pretty big deal. However, if you also look at it in that light, and you look at the two episodes to which he refers, they're not duels for very important reasons. Number one, they were fighting in single combat so as to spare the lives of many others.
Right.
So it was not a question of personal pride. And secondly, in the Middle Ages, they had what was called trial by combat. And this was done because the idea was, you want to find out the right or the wrong of an assertion. You say that I stole the money, I say I didn't. Well, we might be given a trial by combat. The idea being that God will give the victory to the one who's right. Now, whether or not that's true is another story, but it's not a question of personal pride. It's a question of law. So that's how it's different. Okay. To put this another way, it's why we're not allowed to murder people for offenses, but the state has the right to execute them.
What were the circumstances between King Wenceslaus and Radislas? Was that a war?
No, it was an internal struggle, and it also had to do with the maintenance of religion. Wenceslaus being Catholic, and Radislas being semi-pagan.
Oh, okay. So they're fighting for the throne.
Radislas was trying to usurp it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But he later, the death of his brother brought him back to the faith. It was funny.